guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm DFX. And also, I want to welcome you all into a brand new series that I'm starting here on my channel, all devoted to the 60th anniversary of my favorite show, Star Trek. And these are going to be my top 4 episodes from each of the incarnations of this beloved series, starting with the original series, going all the way into the now canceled Star Trek Starfleet Academy. Let's get into it. Okay, kicking off number 4 on my countdown of the original series, my favorite episodes, is an episode that was in Season 1, Episode 17, The Squire of Gothos, co-starring William Campbell as Trelane. And for me, this episode really delved kind of deep because it's very Q-ish. I don't know if you understand what that means, but if you're a Star Trek fan, you might understand it. But in future Next Generation episodes, they encounter a character known as Q. Well, for me, Trelane is very Q, and they even kind of teased that also in a Strange New Worlds episode later on, and they actually got John Delancey's voice to be a Trelane character. So, are they connected? I don't know. Give me your thoughts below in the comments. But that's my number 4 episode. Top episode is The Squire of Gothos. Let's move on. Okay, number 3 on my top 4 favorite Star Trek original series episodes is The City on the Edge of Forever. This was also aired in Season 1, and it's episode 28. Co-starring Joan Collins. It was a very interesting episode. It started the whole Traveler, the Guardian on the Edge of Forever, the big portal that goes, and I'll show you a picture right there, that sends Kirk and Spock back to try to rescue Dr. McCoy from ancient San Francisco. It's a very moving episode. There's a lot of future visions going on with it. Guys, go check it out. And that's my number 3. Let's move on. Okay, number 2 on my top 4 favorite original series episodes from Star Trek is the one and only Mirror Mirror. It's really cool because a landing party consisting of Kirk, McCoy, Scotty, and Uhura beam up from a planet during a storm after trying to get rights to having some dilithium from this planet, and they beam into an alternate universe where Spock has a beard and Kurt's like an evil tyrant. It's a very interesting episode. It was very opposite. I mean, like of what their characters are usually on the series. Very cool. Love the makeup. And then I just actually rewatched that episode recently as well because I never remember, like a lot of my Star Trek that I've watched, I've had to rewatch because I've only been more current to Next Gen and Deep Space Nine, those. But it's been fun to go back and rewatch some of these episodes. Mirror Mirror is one to check out. And yeah, let's continue on to my number 1 favorite episode of the original series in my top 4 countdown. Oh, on a special note there from this Mirror Mirror episode, Star Trek Deep Space Nine did an episode later on involving Sisko talking to Captain Kirk. And I actually, towards the end of this episode of Mirror Mirror, Captain Kirk's sitting on the bridge and a yeoman comes out that was a love interest in the Mirror universe for Captain Kirk. Well, that's the scene that they digitally took her out of and put Avery Brooks, Captain Sisko into. I just thought that was cool, and I knew that was a thing years ago, but I never actually watched that scene until I rewatched it. But okay, guys, let's move on to the number 1 episode. Okay, we've reached the number one of my favorite original series episodes in this countdown. It's none other than The Trouble with Tribbles. This was aired in season 2, and it's episode 15. This is a fan favorite for many, many years. Still, after all these years, it's when these furry little beings take over a space station, and the grain is poisoned that is stored at this space station, and a lot of the breeding and the multiplication. It's like gremlins without water. They thrive on eating rice and grain and stuff. But that is my number one favorite original series episode. And guys, tell me what you think of this in the comments below. What is your favorite episodes from the original series? Do you have a top 4? We're going to continue on with this series, and join me next week as we dive into Star Trek The Next Generation top 4 of my favorite episodes. Until then, stay tuned, live long and prosper, and as always, thanks for watching. See you soon.